this love that you are searching for everywhere is already present within you. It may be evoked by any number of events or any presence. A mountain can invoke this love. A sunset can invoke this love. Your beloved can evoke this love. But finally, to realize you are this love, you have to be willing to follow where the evoking is pointing. And that is within you, that source of love. If you can meet your relationship as you meet yourself, then you will see the flowering of the potential of what we call love relationships. Then relationships are not in fact relationships. They are in fact oneself discovering oneself deeper in different form, in different manifestation. Then these so-called relationships are vehicles for the deepest truth, to discover who is in relationship, who loves, and in that to discover what is permanent, while the manifestations of this love are inherently impermanent. Parents die, children die, lovers die. Love does not die. Love meets itself again and again and again. Permanence meets itself again and again and again, penetrating every impermanent relationship. If one is willing to love purely, then one is willing for birth and death to occur, because one is willing to be that which one loves, which is in fact love. To be love is to be no thing in particular, is to not be clinging to anything in particular. Of course, what gets called love is egoic love, is a sentimental imitation of love, and it has to do with very much suffering. The opportunity in relationship is when these feelings arise after the first honeymoon of falling in love passes. When these feelings arise, the opportunity is to really not focus outside on other, the mate, to see how it can be fixed, but actually to turn inward and be willing to directly experience whatever it is being avoided. So that if jealousy is a problem, if this arises, even if the partner is playing some covert or overt role in evoking this jealousy, just for the moment, rather than addressing the role the partner may be playing, if you can simply turn inside and experience fully, without moving, this jealous state. Under jealousy is something deeper, that the jealousy is some kind of defense against. Jealousy seems to me to be composed of fear and anger. So under the jealousy, there's a more primal emotion that can be directly experienced. And in the willingness to experience this, all kinds of insights may arise in terms of how you were treated as a child, what your first relationship was like with a lover. And that's interesting and can even be helpful. But if the focus is on simply experiencing what is being avoided, you will see then that jealousy, the role of jealousy, is to somehow keep your attention away from experiencing that fear or grief or abandonment or abyss of emptiness. And you will have the opportunity to actually experience that. When you are willing to experience ultimately emptiness, nothingness, then you are already free. Because all of the strategies are some kind of movement away from that experience. So this invitation is to experience that which all strategies work to keep you from experiencing. You experience that, and the truth is, in your direct experience of that, you realize boundless freedom. You realize that which you are searching for in this other is present right here where you are, regardless of other, and certainly regardless of other activity. Then, naturally, there is clarity. That clarity in relationship is responsibility. And responsibility, the very meaning of the word, is the ability to respond, not based on past, not based on fear, not based on control of others. So in your willingness to just stop for one moment and not follow the workings of the mind into attaching blame or attaching outcome, into attaching analysis, just to be still and completely experience what is arising. When you completely experience it without repressing it, without acting it out, you will see that it is nothing, that the jealousy or whatever other evoked emotion was only held together by thought. That's the glue. And when you're willing to cut the story and experience what is under the guilt, under the jealousy, under the anxiety, under the worry, then you have the opportunity to really directly experience pure emotion. What is true love does not cast suffering out, but embraces suffering to such a degree that suffering itself falls down, prostrate, bowing to the mystery and the magnificence and the permanence of love, while all of the objects of love come and go. This is the true marriage. When you as mind stream meet truth as ocean of love and bow before that and vow to serve that, this is true marriage, and this is a true life that is lived in that marriage, in that service.